Good evening, viewers. My name is Ramawati Ulandari. I'm the first secretary of Indonesian Embassy in Sweden. Today we are here in Gothenburg, in the lovely city in Sweden, where we are going to have a business meeting organized by Indonesian Embassy in Sweden, together with Caraka Travelindo. And this evening I have with me Mr. Bagas Hapsoro, Indonesian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Sweden and the Republic of Latvia. Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
I also have Miss Hanna Anfelter, the Swedish travel journalist, who is also the chairman of Reform Travel Sweden. Good evening, Hanna.
Good evening.
I also have Mr. Sigi with me here. He's the chairperson of Caraka Travelindo. Good evening, Mr. Sigi. Nice to have you all here. So, Ambassador Hanna and Mr. Sigi, I have several questions regarding tourism industry nowadays. So, Ambassador Hanna and Mr. Sigi, you have 1 minute or 2 minutes to answer my questions. And the first question will be, what is the target of the tourism industry nowadays? Ambassador?
Thank you very much, Rahma. As you can see that the aim of having the tourism industry is more or less to enhance the economic development, and at the same time also we preserve the natural resources, environment if you like, plus the culture, in the culture, and we are very rich in culture, both Sweden and Indonesia. And it's been along the way, and everyone respect for this local wisdom, other things, and there is also the combination between physical and spiritual movement, and it's the peace. You know that Sweden is, I can say that the mecca for peace. Everyone when that's about peace, security, other things. It's about the way that we have to make it balanced. And on this issue, I can just also maintain this very strategic on industry, because 11% of the total worth of gross domestic product, GDP, is from tourism industry. So for us, this is very important, not only for developing countries or emerging countries like Indonesia, but also Sweden as a developed country or advanced country.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hanna, what do you think about the target of tourism industry?
Yes, as Mr. Ambassador mentioned, the tourism is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, so it has a large impact on everything, and also a lot of impact, and also with that comes a lot of responsibility. But the tourism has the potential of actually achieving, for example, the Sustainable Development Goals that we have, that all the world leaders have agreed upon, where we can use tourism as a tool for positive impact in the societies, for preserving biodiversity and taking care of nature, and also lifting up people out of poverty, and creating equality and more democratic societies, and also empowering people through the work, decent work. So tourism has a major role to play, I would say, in the world today, regarding almost every issue. Actually.
Yeah, interesting. So, Mr. Sigi, your turn.
Tourism is something which is very important, and it's getting more and more important, and I come from the business sector, so what we want to achieve, we ask for the target, certainly is the number of tourists coming to Indonesia, certainly also combined in a combination with it, a better and high quality tourism. What I say, both what the ambassador and Mrs. Hanna already explained, I don't want to repeat. For me, it's very, very important that we get a better tourism destination management. Our destination in Indonesia is not yet so well developed. We try to help that through our workshops and bring more attention to Indonesia. But very, very important is complete destination management. We don't have that in Indonesia, real destination management. thanks to Greta Thunberg, we got a wake-up call, meaning going into sustainability, meaning going into a more and more responsible tourism, and this is our target. This is our target for ourselves, our company, to go into that, but also connecting our customers and the end customers with this target, to be more aware of what we do and not only to leave footprints. On the other side also doing something for this carbon footprints. This company has been built up 27 years ago, and we already worked in the kind of sustainable tourism without using this word. We didn't want to let our customers leave their footprints there and take everything out and let nothing back in Indonesia. And both the other things have been said. Target is shortly more customers coming to Indonesia, more clients coming to Indonesia, more awareness, more quality tourism. That's our target.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, since all of you have mentioned the topics about sustainable tourism, then how do we achieve the sustainable tourism nowadays? Ambassador, please.
This is very good question, and for very simple reasons, practicality. I was so amazed when entering my room at this hotel. No? There was a kind of a notification: please stop unnecessary cleaning on the room. So we have to reserve also how to use shampoo, how to use soap, how to use any other things. I think this is two practical things. And I think we have to tell also to the people that no illegal trade, especially animal, and then how to use wisely natural resources and other things. And whenever we have recreation, and last but not least, I think this is starting from home, not from the school. School is already late because we go to school at 5 years, maybe 6 years, but at school, at home, starting from mother. Thanks.
We must educate from the family first. Yeah. Then, what do you think about sustainable tourism, Anna?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it from different aspects, but like, and you mentioned it, you were close by earlier on the other question, that it's very important with the sustainable tourism management that we have to have destinations, perspectives, and all stakeholders actually has to come together and sit at the same table. Travelers, destination management society, companies, governments, public sectors, private sectors, everybody has to understand what the sustainability means and sustainable tourism means and work together forward. And it's a long-term strategy that has to be put in place and then work step by step towards that strategy, because it's not something that you fix right here, right now. There's no quick fix when it comes to sustainability. It's a view of how do we want to do business, what do we want tourism to, what kind of impact do we want tourism to achieve in our country, and to see it from all angles. So it's very important to stake out the plan and work with that plan. And then comes also education, extremely important, because it comes from high power to the individual traveler actually, and everybody has to work together and understand why it is important, what's the strategic goal with it. And it is absolutely about reducing plastic and like saving energy, etc. But it's also about how do we want this destination to be? What kind of visitors do we want to attract from the destination's perspective, and how do we educate travelers to understand what kind of destination they are actually coming to? So it's a very vast, important work that has to be done together, every stakeholder.
Mostly has been said. Actually, in short, it's education, awareness, networking, and implementation. I think this is the most important thing, and it takes time. As Hannah said, it's not a thing which we can do from today to tomorrow, so we really need time on that, and the proper management, and the whole all stakeholders have to be inside of it.
Okay, so thank you everyone for answering my questions. So viewers, that's all our discussion this evening. Stay tuned at the Indonesian Embassy channel for more interesting topics. Good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Laksamika.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.